Hi, I'm Amiel.
I'm Amy.
I'm Dan.
And you're watching Word of Mouth.
And I look before me, this young boy, 200 people, 200 wanderers going from this place to that, stopped by the sound of my voice and coalesced into an audience. Standing around me, rapt, to hear the next word, I would say.
I saw A Life in the Theater.
It's a story about two actors, one who's been in the theater for many, many years. Patrick Stewart plays Robert, and T.R. Knight, who used to be on Grey's Anatomy, he plays John, and he's the younger actor, and it's about their everyday life in the theater.
At the beginning, John is totally not naive, but he's totally innocent, and he wants to listen to everything that Robert's saying, and Robert is the master of it all, and he's trying to learn everything. And as the play progresses and as the relationship progresses, John actually gets to a level where they're even, and then John surpasses him.
You get to see them in the dressing room as they prepare for each scene. You get to see them rehearsing, going over lines, and then you get to actually see them in various different plays.
It's just a series over time of these vignettes of them interacting and sort of their adventures on stage and in rehearsal and behind the scenes.
Patrick Stewart played Robert, and he was actually really hysterical. There were some scenes in there that he was just really loose, really funny. He was just really natural.
I think Patrick Stewart is sexy. I found him sexy in the role because his mannerisms. He's just so funny. Everything he says is hilarious.
I mean, he was brilliant. I've never seen him be funny, and he was so funny in this. I mean, really.
When you walk away from this play, you will say, Patrick Stewart is hilarious. And I don't think you'd say that before. You might not have said that before. You thought he was a brilliant actor. You thought he was a great Broadway actor. But I don't think anyone walked away before and said, he's really funny.
T.R. Knight played John, and I thought he did a really credible job. There was always this youth there, but at the same time, there was a respect for the older actor. His character developed more. His character went through a bunch of different changes, and he did it really well.
He understood his role. John is the junior character in the play, and he's the junior character on the stage. And he complimented Patrick Stewart beautifully.
It feels a little bit like a one-man show because Patrick Stewart really is the center of the play, and T.R. Knight, it's all about the reactions, and he did that very well. I mean, his facial expressions, his eye rolling, his just sort of exasperation, but he didn't have a lot of meat. He didn't have a lot of dialogue. He didn't have as much to work with, I don't think.
They definitely had good chemistry. They worked together really well. It was totally believable.
I don't know that they've ever worked together before, but there was just brilliant timing and comedic acting happening, and it was, I mean, the entire theater was erupting.
I didn't feel a relationship between them. I think it's supposed to, the play's supposed to make you feel like John goes from sort of idolizing Robert and really valuing him to, over time, kind of getting exasperated with him. And I didn't feel a connection in the beginning, so you don't feel that change at the end as much.
I was so pleasantly surprised with Life in the Theater. It was really just, everybody in the theater was, I mean, and really laughing, not like theater laugh, not like theater laugh. They were like, loud bowls of laughter happening. It was a fantastic way to spend an afternoon.
I think it works on two levels. I think there is certainly a mainstream appeal. It's very funny and it's very well done, and Patrick Stewart is unbelievable. But I think certainly it is a theater goer or actor show.
I have been an actor for about 25 years. It's not what I primarily do anymore, but I still have all these experiences, and I've done it primarily for a number of years. So to go into this play with that experience really added a whole nother dimension that I really appreciated.
I expected it to be about acting and a lot of genuflecting and, you know, theaterisms. I didn't expect just laughter after laughter, and I didn't expect some of the things they talk. Like, he curses within like the first 5 seconds of the play. And you're thinking, did he just say what we thought he said?
I thought it was very good, very fun, funny experience in the theater. Not very meaningful, not a big story, but really, you know, you're going to be laughing out loud, and you're really going to have a good time, and you're really going to appreciate Patrick Stewart.
I mean, it's a really funny play that you can relate to no matter where you're coming from. It's just that if there are a couple of things in there that if you're an actor that had happened to, you would even relate more. I would absolutely tell people to see it. It was a very, very fun afternoon in the theater.
If you want to spend a solid, good time and go to a show that really makes you laugh and makes you feel good and makes you fall in love with two men at the same time and have no guilt, go see Life in the Theater.
I miss my cue. I miss my cue. Oh God, I miss my cue. Get out there. I miss my cue. Mrs. Wilcox. Mrs. Wilcox, the men all got together, ma'am. I beg your pardon.